One of the reasons a lot of people move out to the suburbs is a safer environment.
My husband travels for a living, so moving to O'Fallon was, more comfortable for me. It was January of 2023. I had gone to sleep and I heard a noise.
And I had exited my bedroom and I saw 4 perpetrators armed, basically rushing towards me. They then asked me, where's the money at? I just kept saying, I don't have money. I don't keep money in my house. The gentleman that was yelling at me smashed me in the face with his gun. So I had fallen when that happened, and then I heard a gunshot. I didn't know if I was shot or not.
And that bullet went through the wall into my daughter's room and went right past her into her dresser.
I could hear them in my garage trying to steal my vehicles. I heard the car speed away, which I was relieved that they had left. I remember the knock on the door, which I knew would be the police, because not only did my wife call 911, my daughter also called 911.
We later found out that they were already on their way to our neighborhood because of the Flock cameras flagging a stolen vehicle. Flock really was the reason why everything came together so perfectly in a very imperfect situation.
So being the on-call detective, I responded to their home, and there's a Flock camera right across from the entrance to their subdivision. Officer Jensen actually was responding to a Flock alert for a stolen vehicle in the area. He was arriving on scene as he watched 2 vehicles pulling out of that subdivision with their headlights off. One of them being the reported stolen vehicle that he was responding there because of the Flock alert. And then the other vehicle was one of the victims' vehicles that had been taken in the robbery. Those guys chased the suspects to the entrance to the interstate. The 2 suspect vehicles split off and went separate directions, so both officers that remained in the pursuit stayed with the vehicles until those 2 vehicles crashed, and then were able to capture all of the suspects in the home invasion. There would be 0% chance of us catching those suspects from that night, because those vehicles, if they would have gotten away, they would have ended up somewhere in St. Louis City and just been abandoned at some point. Without Flock, there would have been no way to charge somebody. It probably would have went unsolved.
Those cameras assist us tremendously in the investigation. It helps us track down possible leads, and then helps assist in the successful prosecution of those criminals. There's only so many that municipalities can purchase. Now with those private and public partnerships, we got thousands of cameras now we have access to. It doesn't capture faces or who's in the vehicle. It just captures plates, and those plates are vital in helping us solve the crime that they might be a victim of, or even their neighbor might. Again, it's no invasion of privacy whatsoever.
I understand people's hesitation in this day and age about privacy and technology. I get it. But having Flock in your HOA, your community, the benefits far outweigh any cons that could ever be out there.
If that hadn't have been there, things would have been very different for us. Had it been even a minute difference, it's more than likely that they would have been able to get away. Thank you, Flock, for giving us some type of closure.